All right, students, Ms. Slyman here with our iodine 131. You might recognize this problem from a few days ago. So now we're going to look at this. Now we've got a starting mass of 600 grams, and we're going to look at how much we have in different amounts of days. So the way that I'm going to look at this, I'm going to make a table in my calculator. So I'm going to go into my y equals, and I'm going to put in that equation. So we have 600 times a half raised to the x divided by 8.2. I just want to check that. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to go into the table. So notice my table's at 30, and your table might still be counting by 0.1s from one of our previous examples. So we want to change our table. That's in blue up here, table settings. So I'm going to start my table at 0, and I'm going to go up by 1s. So if yours says 0.1, make it go up by 1s. And now I'm going to come back to the table. And now I have my values. So notice it's decreasing, which I expected, because we have decay. I'm going to drag this over here. And so now we have how much is remaining after all of these days. And if I'm going to graph it on the grid, of course I've got decay. I'm going to start at 600 and go down. I'll be going down towards 0. Again, I'm going to use my calculator though to graph this. So let's think about a window. I want a positive amount of days. I want to show at least 10. Let's go all the way to 15 days. I know my maximum value on the y's is going to be 600. My minimum is going to be, my asymptote is 0. So saying -2 or -1 is nice. But let's go all the way up to above 600. So let's go to 700. And let's count by 50s. And let's see how that looks. All right, that's a pretty good image. So slowly going down. I'm going to bring this over here. All right. How long before the mass is less than 100 grams? Well, let's see, I was counting by 50, so 100 grams is here. So I need to extend my amount of days if I'm going to use my calculator. I'm going to use my calculator, go into my window. I need my days. Let's make sure we get there. So let's go, actually I'm going to go to 50 just to be safe. And now I'll count my days by 5. And let's look at that graph. All right, that's good. For sure I've crossed 100. What I needed to do though is also put in that 100. All right, let's see where they intersect. So it's looking like it's 5, 10, 15, 20, around 21 days or so. Want to calculate the intersect? Yes, yes, I'm guessing 21. All right, so at 21 days, it has not actually gone less than 100, but at 22 days, it will have gone less than 100. So I need to answer here that it's 22 days. So in 22 days. Again, we could have solved that algebraically. We could have set 100 equal to 600, a half to the t divided by 8.2, divide by 600. We're not going to get 6, we're going to get 1/6. So 1/6 equals 1/2, t divided by 8.2. Using logs, this implies log base a half of 1/6 equals t divided by 8.2. Multiply the 8.2 to the other side. So we're going to have 8.2 times that log base a half of 1/6, and we should end up with exactly the same answer. And thankfully we do. We get that 21.196. And again, we have to round up to the number of days because at 21 days, it's not less than 100. At 22 days, it will be less than 100 grams. So there's example 2.